Hello Mystical Being, welcome to my channel. My name is Hayley and thank you so much for allowing me to join you on your journey today. And if you are a returning Mystical Being, thank you so much for coming back to the channel and subscribing. Your presence is greatly appreciated along my own path and journey. So today's video, we are going to be doing a 10-minute beginner yoga routine with each other. Now, don't be fooled by the title. This video is for any yogi at any level, beginner, intermediate, advanced, wherever you are. This is for you, okay? Also, don't forget that you can change the playback speed on this video, whether I'm going too fast or too slow for you. So make sure you keep that in mind throughout your practice today. But before we get into it, don't forget to click like and subscribe, join our tribe, become a mystical being today. There's like 74% of you who aren't subscribed to my channel, but continue to watch me. So please click like and subscribe, become visible on my path and journey. Let me see you here. So yeah, make sure you press subscribe, join our tribe, leave a like as well. Also, something else really awesome, all of my services I offer on my website is 25% off right now. All the readings, all the spell work I perform, and the Reiki sessions are all 25% off, and I don't usually do sales. So it'll be linked down below with my link tree, so make sure you go check that out and book a service with me. Very straightforward. But without further ado, let's get into our beginner practice today. So we're going to begin by just bringing our chin to the center of our chest and gently rolling the neck in one direction. Maybe while you're taking these neck rolls, set a personal intention for your practice today. Any goals, aspirations you may have in mind. And then once you finish that second cycle, go ahead and roll your neck the other way. And then lifting the head, bringing it to a neutral position, moving into a seated forward fold. So you can stay exactly as you are. I'm just gonna turn my body so you can see me. So for our seated forward fold, we'll sit up nice and tall and bring both legs out in front of us, toes flexing towards the face. If this is challenging for the back of your legs, feel free to bring a gentle bend in the knees. You'll still get a very deep stretch. You're not missing out on anything, all right? So we'll sit up nice and tall. We'll take an inhale breath here. Exhale, walk the fingertips down the legs, hinging from the hips, lowering down, and just stopping where you feel the stretch. Some of you might be more up here. That's okay. So we'll inhale, walk the hands back up the body. And from here, we're going to make our way into our head to knee pose, which I'm also going to change the way I'm seated, but you can stay exactly where you are. So we'll begin by having our right leg come out to the right side. The bottom of our left foot connects to the inner thigh of the right. We're going to turn our upper body and torso to face that right foot. And just like our seated fold, we're going to take an inhale breath. Exhale, walk the fingertips down the leg. Trying to connect your forehead to knee as much as possible, but stopping where you feel that very nourishing stretch on the back of the legs. We'll inhale, walk the hands back up the body. Lean back, taking our Marichi twist. So we'll bring that left foot onto the mat. We'll bring the right foot out in front of us. We'll then bring our left hand behind us to kind of act as a kickstand for our back. And we'll take that right arm, wrap it around that left leg, and then use that connection to twist open, flexing those right toes, maybe looking over that right shoulder, or the left shoulder. This is your left. I'm a yoga teacher, still don't know the differences between my rights and lefts. I even got a tattoo on this arm to tell the difference, can't tell. So we'll inhale, bring the head to center, exhale, bring the body to center. And we're gonna take that on the opposite side now. So we'll take that Janu Shavasana, take our left leg out to the side, bring the bottom of our right foot to the inner thigh of the left leg, turn our body to face that foot, inhale breath, exhale, walking the hands down the leg. Stopping where we feel that nourishing stretch. You may feel it on the low back of the opposite side, so just being gentle here. We'll inhale, walk the hands back up the body, taking that Marichi twist again. So leaning back, bringing that right foot on the mat, bringing your left leg out in front of you. That right hand comes behind you as a kickstand. Left arm wraps around that leg, and we twist open, flexing those left toes. We'll inhale, bring the head to center. Exhale, bring the body to center. We'll lean back on our hands, windshield wiper the feet side to side. You'll feel that hip joint kind of roll around in there. And then we'll make our way onto our hands and knees. So, when we're in this hand and knee position, please feel free to grab a blanket and strap and put it across your mat if it is feeling too much on your wrist or on your knees. So in our tabletop position, hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are hip width distance apart. Starting with our cow and our cat-cow, we'll inhale, lift chin and tailbone, dropping the stomach, pulling the shoulder blades back. And then with our cat, we exhale, rounding the shoulders, tucking the chin and tailbone. Taking 2 more together, inhaling up. Exhale, round it out. And 1 more. Inhale up, creating that U shape. Exhale, round it out, creating that C shape. And once we're here, taking some gentle knee circles. So we'll shift some weight into one leg and roll that knee in one direction in that right knee. And then go the opposite way with it. We'll then come back into a tabletop position. You'll walk your hands over to the left side. So you can step that right leg in line with the hip. So we're gonna make our way into our half circle. So we'll bring that left hand down in front of your face, right hand grabs right hip, and we twist open. Looking down at the ground, we'll hold your balance. If you wanna test it, maybe lifting your arm and then testing it again, you'd be looking up again. We'll inhale, bring the hands back down, walk the hands over to the left side so you can step that foot forward, coming into the center of our mat. So when we are here, when we look down, we'll see hand, foot, hand. And from here, taking a low lunge twist. So consciously shifting those hips forward, bringing that left hand onto the mat, right hand grabs your right hip, and you twist open. And if you're feeling balanced, maybe reaching your arm behind you or above the head if it's too much on the shoulder. We'll inhale, come back to center with this, and then walking the hands back just for a half split for a brief moment. And then walking the hands back forward, then over to the left, stepping it back, making our way into a down dog. So down dog, you bring your hands out in front of you, really suction cupping the palms of your hands into your mat, tucking your toes underneath the feet, sending the hips back, and then lifting with the hips, leading with the hips, letting the head and heart melt down. It's okay if you bend your knees. I'd rather you bend your knees than shift your weight more forward. And just walk the dog here. And then we'll bend the knees, coming back into a tabletop position, and take that on the opposite side. So starting with those knee circles, we'll shift some weight into that right knee and draw some circles on one side, and then the other side. We'll then walk our hands over to the right so we can step that left foot out in line with our hip, making our way into that half circle. So bringing our right hand down, left hand grabs left hip, and we twist open. Once again, maybe staying here, reaching arm behind us, or lifting up to the sky. We'll inhale, bring the hands back down to the mat, walk them over to the right so we can step that left foot forward, making our way into that low lunge. And you don't have to move as much as me, I'm just moving so you can visually see. So we'll press that hip, or those hips forward, taking that twist. So our right hand comes down, left hand grabs left hip, and we twist open. Maybe reaching up or behind us. Inhale, bring the head to center. Exhale, bring the hands to center. Walking the hands back, taking that half split for a brief moment here. And then walking the hands forward, walking them over to the right, stepping that foot back, making our way into one more down dog. So bringing those hands out in front of us, suction cupping them, spreading fingertips wide, tucking toes, sending the hips back, lifting up with the hips, letting the head look in between the thighs. You can walk the dog. And then we'll bring a bend into the knees once again, walking the hands back. We're going to make our way into a child's pose here. So you'll leave your hands out in front of you a little bit, shifting that weight into the legs, and then letting the forehead rest on the mat. If it's too much to have your legs together, take the legs wide, the knees wide, but keep the toes touching, then send the hips back and take your child's pose here. But let's all take your child's pose here, just breathing. We'll inhale, lift up, taking thread the needle here. So with your thread the needle, you'll bring one hand out in front of you a little bit more, creating this keyhole space. You'll inhale one hand up and over to the sun, and exhale, you'll thread that hand through that space, making sure the palm stays nice and up, and then just gently resting the head. We'll inhale, lift up with that right hand, sending the left arm back up and over and back down. And switching sides, left hand comes out in front of us, right arm swings up and over, and then through that keyhole space, palm shining up. We'll inhale, press up with that arm, sending the hand back up, and then come down with it. And then we'll make our way to a seated position to take our bound angle pose. Some of you may know it as butterfly. So when you come to seated, bringing the bottoms of the feet to touch. And you can grab the thighs, the shins, or you can reach for those toes, interlace the fingers, and then hinge at the hips first. So allow the movement to come from the hips, and then round the spine, letting yourself melt down. If you're needing more pressure, feel free to push down with your arms. You can even flutter your legs if you need a little bit of movement in the hips. And then we'll inhale, slowly rise up. And then you'll make your way down onto your back for your Savasana, your corpse pose. You'll lay flat, take up as much space as you would like. Breathe here. While you're in your Savasana, I encourage you to take a longer Savasana after this video ends, but I just want to thank you all for being here today and for taking time to better yourself with your yoga practice. Don't forget to check out my website. Everything's 25% off. Everything is, so make sure you check it out. Click like and subscribe, join our tribe, become a mystical being today, and I'm sending you all so much love and light on your journey. Take care. Namaste.